Hello, everybody. Okay, so today is Thanksgiving here in Canada, as you can see. And as it being Thanksgiving, I made sure, particularly for me being a food addict and as heavy as I am, that it would be the best idea for me not to go to visit my family and to stay away from their celebration. Lots of food there I know would tempt me turkey, mashed potatoes, not to mention things that come afterwards, pie, ice cream, everything. I mean, I think it was the lesser of the two evils. Right now, I'm still in the beginning of my weight loss. I don't want to set myself back. I'm fasted 5 days now. I think it's just so much easier if I stayed and kept myself out of that kind of a situation. Now, going through the snake fast diet group, I've noticed a lot of people had given in to Thanksgiving. I understand to each their own, but I mean, we all need to lose weight here, and I think that's a good thing that a lot of people should have abstained from. There's different ways. You could have still spent time with your family, but I mean, putting a little bit of cayenne pepper into the snake juice and heating it up and pretending it's like a soup would have done wonders instead of indulging in all the fatty and gross foods that a lot of people have been eating. Now, instead of participating with my family, I ended up going to the gym. And that was my way of giving thanks because I didn't have to do it with food. I gave thanks to the fact that I have a body that can move, that I'm able to push myself more than I have. Things like I wasn't able to walk very well, a couple of months ago. I have a cane, which I've mentioned before. I'm not using the cane so much anymore. I'm walking on my own. Sure, it's not for long, extended periods of time, but I'm still walking much more than I did before. And that's why I'm thankful, because I'm losing this weight. I'm getting rid of the baggage that I had that's been surrounding me for years and years of my life. Throughout my adult life, I've always been just this heavy. So I'm giving thanks in my own way. I don't need to have food. I wish I had my family around, but my family was going to indulge anyway, so I didn't want to participate. So I think it would be nice for everybody to find their own ways to give thanks instead of always indulging in things. Family get-togethers don't have to include food. I think it would be pretty nice to have a family get-together where everybody went swimming or went to the park and played catch or just whatever. I know here in Canada it's getting pretty cold, so maybe skating soon enough. I don't know. Maybe something to think about. Family doesn't always have to involve food. So these are just some of my thoughts today. I did weigh in yesterday. The scale wasn't the usual scale I used. The usual scale I used was out of order. I went to a different rec center, and that scale, I don't know if I can trust it. So either way, getting on top of that scale, it said I was a pound heavier than I was last week, which doesn't get me down because last week I was super dehydrated. I wasn't feeling particularly very well. I spent 4 days eating. Now all I was eating was cucumbers and watermelon, but I still spent 4 days refeeding, which was, a lot of liquid. And then I've been drinking more liquid than I was before because prior to me, and the reason I got dehydrated was I wasn't able to put anything in my stomach. I wasn't feeling like it. So we tried the dry fasting and that didn't work very well. And that's when we ended up refeeding. So, I'm pretty proud with the way the last week's gone. Plan for this coming up week is I'm going to go swimming tomorrow, gym on what would be Wednesday, then a rest day on Thursday, Friday another swim, and I'm challenging myself each swim to try and get faster and faster in my laps. And then Saturday back into the gym for more weights. I want to be doing weights every 3 days until I get more comfortable, and then I want to increase that. I want to be doing, ideally, lifting weights 3 times a week, swimming twice a week, and having 2 rest days. That way it keeps me healthy and rested enough, as well as starting to get myself really active to have this fat all melted off. Anyways, that's just my little update. I'll try and do an update again in a couple of days just to, say how it's going. Maybe let you guys know how the strength training is going on Wednesday. I would really appreciate it if you comment, like, subscribe, maybe share the videos. Hopefully we can get some of your fat relatives or friends to see that anybody can start doing this and maybe motivate them to become less of themselves, if you know what I mean. Anyways, thank you very much. Have yourselves a great night.